Michael. I hope you're doing well. So you ordered the how, when, and where will you meet the one tower reading. You said you prefer if they are East Asian, can speak Cantonese like you, play online games, activities together from Toronto. So obviously we can't be too specific. I do hope that, she checks a lot of boxes for you. But let's see what Spirit has to say. All right. How, when, and where will Michael meet the one? How, when, and where will Michael meet the one? Okay. I'm going to take this one with the siren. All right, so I just heard the ocean. This person likes the ocean. The siren is an energy that is very magnetic, very sensual. I feel like your relationship is going to start off as, I don't want to say not romantic, it just feels like it's more sensual at first. Now it could just be the instant attraction to one another. I think this person is going to have darker features. You may be overseas meeting this person. I'm not sure if you live in East Asia, but it could be that you visited East Asia if you don't live there. Either way, though, I do think that you're away from home when you meet this person. And Apocalypsis. So this is a dissolving of the veil. And then we have the Mountain, which this card is about reaching high peaks in life and really pushing ourselves to be successful. But once we get to the top of the mountain, we realize how isolating it is. So I feel like, honestly, what I'm getting with this is I feel like you are journeying solo, and in a solo travel is when you're going to meet this person. It feels like you may either travel for work or just on some sort of vacation, you decided to visit this place, and that's exactly where you meet this person. I am seeing, obviously we have a mountain here. I do feel like it is in a colder region. We have Apocalypsis. So Apocalypsis is, like I said, dissolving of the veil. So it's like being able to see clearly and not being blinded by what we want to see. So part of me does feel like this person may be a bit different than what you're hoping for. They may not be, exactly perfect in the idea of who this person should be. But I do think you are going to obviously really like them. But I feel with the Apocalypsis card, it feels like you may need to be more open-minded. I also think this person is very open-minded themselves. They can be very spiritual as well. Relaxation, peace, tranquility, and easiness. This person, you and this person get along very cordially. It feels like it does feel like there is similar interests. Could be, online games and activities. With relaxation, it feels like this relationship just flows easily, and I feel like this person may read a lot or they like to learn. Ominousness, cautiousness, sign, insidious. So every time I get this card, I always think more so, this is about a broken family. It feels like this person is also solo on their own. It feels like they are estranged from their family, or they've decided to go their own way. It just feels like their past was a bit difficult. And protest. All right, so this person's very strong in their beliefs. Their morality is kind of concrete. It feels like we do have compromise. I feel like they do compromise. They are willing to, again, be open-minded. But when they come up with an idea or they come up with a belief, it's very hard to change their mind. Agreement, reconciliation, consideration. Sorry, I'm just reading these cards. It's funny because it's like this man and this woman here are protesting together. Like, I feel you guys are going to have very similar beliefs, very similar interests where it feels peaceful and relaxed. Part of me feels like she's very close to her sister or a sibling. And that's something that you're going to have to compromise, is that this person will always be present. Not that they're going to be like, you know, impeding on your personal relationship, but it feels like they're going to be around a lot. How, when, and where? How, when, and where? Okay. It could be you're going to a different location for, I'm getting almost like community service or doing something for the goodness of humanity. And while you're doing that, you might meet them there. It feels like a group gathering is how you're going to meet them. It's like you're going to be in some sort of social setting. It does feel like it has to do with standing up for your rights or your beliefs. We have Pluto, which is the slowest planet, and I always use these cards for more so the when, because zodiac and astrology can really give us a good idea of time frame. Pluto is the slowest moving planet, or I know Pluto's not a planet anymore, but in astrology it is. So it does feel like it is a bit of time before you do meet this person. I feel like this person's going to be younger than you. Socializing with this person is going to be very easy. I know I said that, but with Mercury lighting up here, it feels like the conversation flows nicely and it's very quick. I feel like you guys are going to quickly get to know each other. It does feel like it's going to start in a more sexual nature. And then as you get to know each other, you realize how much you get along, how much you guys agree on things, and how interested you are in what each other do. With Pluto, this is about death and rebirth. So I do feel like you need to go through a cycle of maybe dissolving the veil or being able to see more clearly on certain aspects pertaining to love. I do think that what this is saying here is, yes, absolutely have your standards, but don't be closed-minded to specifics if you can go without them. Now, I'd like to see, I'm going to pull one card for each of your questions, like if she can speak Cantonese, if she plays online video games, if you guys are going to do activities together. Oh, you literally said you're from Toronto, unless that's a specific desire. So is this person East Asian? One card, please. Is the person that Michael is going to be with East Asian? Strength card, Hermit. Okay, so again, I feel like they're not going to look exactly your type. I feel like they are going to be light-skinned. I do think, though, I'm getting more so I'm getting German. One second. I'm sorry. Okay, I just want to see, because I'm not great with geography, where East Asia was in comparison to Germany. Not to say that this person, you're going to meet this person in Germany, but it feels like their culture or their ethnicity is German. It could be maybe a mix of German and something else, because I did get dark features, but I do feel German is coming through here. Okay. Can this person speak Cantonese? Death and the Tower. So I don't think so, but I think they are open to it when you show them that you can. I do feel they are going to be open to it with the Seven of Pentacles here. And the Death card. The Tower card is a no. Do they play online games? Okay, Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands. Again, I feel like they don't until you kind of bring it to them and they start to play it with you. They're very open to activities. It does feel like they would actually enjoy it. I feel like they're really going to enjoy video games when you show them how to play. I did already get you guys have a lot of common interests together. Let's see. Well, Michael and his person have a lot of interests together or activities. Okay, we got the Sun card. And I know all these other cards came out, but the Sun wanted to show itself to me. The Sun is a yes when it comes to yes or no questions. It's every single time. That's probably the best card to get when I'm asking yes or no questions for a yes. So absolutely. And are they from Toronto? Like I said, it feels like you're going to meet them overseas, but or definitely traveling. It doesn't have to be overseas, but that is the first thing I got. They could be from Toronto though. Feels like you meet them at a different place from where you're from. King of Pentacles, the Lovers. Interesting. I feel like their roots are there. I feel like they grew up there, or their family was there. Yeah. I do feel like either they came from Toronto from a young point in their life, from childhood, and then they decided to leave, is actually what I'm getting. All right, so that's what I have for you, Michael. I hope my reading brought you some clarity, and I hope you have a wonderful night.